Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I want to review another gorgeous wig for you, which is called In Charge by Raquel Welch. And I have her in two beautiful colors, Shaded Biscuit and Shaded Iced Latte Macchiato, and I'm going to compare them. So if you want to know how the colors are composed, what special features she has, how the cap looks from the inside, and how I like her, then stick around and let's get started. Now, isn't this just one of the most gorgeous bobs you have ever seen? At least I see it this way. I think it's just so incredibly gorgeous. I absolutely love In Charge, and I have no idea why I haven't reviewed her sooner, because I've had her for years actually. And now that this new one here just arrived a couple of days ago, I thought, well, now's the time to show her. And now I'm also able to show her to you in two different colors and compare them, because I have her in my favorite color, Shaded Biscuit, and my other favorite color, Shaded Iced Latte Macchiato, also a very gorgeous blonde that I love. I don't have a lot of styles of that color, but I really love it, and I always think I have to get more of them. There are just so many beautiful colors. I also wear Shaded Sand now. That makes three gorgeous blondes that I love, but I always stick to Shaded Biscuit because it's my favorite color of all. And the best part is that you really don't have to style her, because this is more or less straight out of the box. Well, okay, of course I styled her, but I really didn't have to do a lot. I gave her a good shake, then just finger styled her, and as you can see, there is no product in there whatsoever. I didn't spray her with hairspray or wig rags or anything, because I prefer not to have any product in my wigs. Well, not the wig rags, which is the best product there is, hands down, but you know, other hairsprays and stuff just, you know, get a little sticky with time, or it just feels a little like it needs a wash, and I want to wash them as rarely as possible, so I just prefer not to have anything in them apart from wig wags occasionally. But this here is really with no product, and all I did is give her a tiny little bit amount of lift here with a hairdryer, but I wouldn't even have to do that because she already has lift straight out of the box, and all that volume she has comes from a really great cut and beautiful, gorgeous layers. And so, you know, when you finger style her, she just stays that way. And she's not a face flopper at all. She stays out of your face beautifully. And I just love this bob. It's definitely not a really very modern bob, and not sleek and razor cut and everything else that all the other bobs are or have. And there are a lot of these modern bobs, also from Raquel Welch, from Ellen Villa, from Tressalure, from Beltress. And I think every brand has at least one of them in their portfolio. But I also love these bobs and love wearing them, especially in the summer. But every once in a while, I just want to wear this one here because it's more glamorous and elegant. And it just looks like, you know, news anchor hair. That's what my best friend always says when I wear In Charge. And she says, "You look like Miss Primetime News or something." And I think there are worse things than looking like a news anchor, aren't there? At least I think, you know, this is such a classy, perfect bob, and I just love the way you can style it without having to use any products. And this is really wearable straight out of the box. When it comes to special features, she has a beautiful extended lace front, as all Raquel Welch styles. I never had one that didn't have a great lace front, and a lace or monofilament part on the left. She doesn't have a full monofilament top, which I don't need because I always part them on the left anyway. So, but if you like to change your part, this isn't really your style. And the special features, as always, are done incredibly well. And of course, I'm going to show this to you from up close. So as you can see, the lace front is done impeccably well. It looks so incredibly realistic. I love the density. I love those very light platinum highlights here right at the hairline. But as you can see, it's not a white line as they did on other styles, which I really didn't like. But this is just, you know, there are a lot of highlights, but I think it still looks, well, not exactly natural, because who has a root and highlights at the hairline, but, you know, like salon made, let's put it this way. And then the lace front is extended all the way down into the ear tab to approximately here, and just looks incredibly realistic. And so does the lace or mono part. I hope you can see that in this light. You can see through to my scalp, and it just looks incredibly realistic. And I just love these special features, and they are all I need: an extended lace front and at least a mono or lace part, and I'm a happy camper. All right, now let's have a look at her from all sides, and also afterwards outside in natural daylight. So, how do you like In Charge? Do you have her? Did you know her? Was she on your radar? Or did you see her the first time right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to know. Now, the cap fits true to average. As always with Raquel Welch, I hardly had any cap that was really small from them. And I didn't do anything with the adjusters. I just put her on. It fits perfectly. And I'm pretty sure it would also accommodate a little larger head. And as always, let's have a look at the cap from the inside. So here's the cap from the inside. Here you can see that gorgeous lace front that is extended all the way down into the ear tabs and then seamlessly goes into that lace or mono part, which runs all the way back to the crown and is also quite wide. Then she has felt covered ear tabs with metal stays inside. The rest of the cap is open wefted. She has, I think it's a memory 3 cap with those silicone strips here that give you that extra grip on your skin, and she also has an extended nape and adjustable bands with Velcro, which I love. So all in all, this is a very well made, high quality cap. Now the fibers are Raquel Welch's heat-defined fibers, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that I only wear heat-defined fibers nowadays and no regular synthetic anymore. And with a wig with that length, you know, she has the perfect length also for summer or for all year round, because she's short enough that she doesn't rub on your clothes and there's no friction. So you probably won't have to treat the fibers at all with your heat tools to maintain the fibers and remove any frizz, because it will hardly get any frizz. And if so, maybe after years of wearing, or if you wear her every day, after a couple of months maybe. But all in all, that length is perfect, and I think there won't be maintenance needed to keep it beautiful. And of course, you could use your heat tools if you like. I think I wouldn't do this because that styling that she has, which is more or less baked in, is hard to regain after you straighten her, for example, because then she won't have that gorgeous volume and that curve that she has. I actually did this with my older In Charge, and it took quite a lot of styling to get that rounded look back that she has. I managed to get it back, but it took quite some effort. So I just would leave her as is and enjoy her the way she looks straight out of the box. When it comes to permatease, there is definitely permatease in here. I can feel quite some in the back, also here at the crown, and there's also quite some permatease on the sides, but you know, the permatease really helps with that volume and lift, but it's no visible permatease at all, so I really don't care and I'm not bothered by it. The density is medium. It's not a low density, but not a high density either. I would say this is a medium density, and I would say she also looks extremely natural and realistic, just beautifully styled and coiffed and, you know, with a great haircut. But the special features help it looking extremely natural anyways. You just look like someone with gorgeous and beautifully cared for hair. All right, now let's have a look at both colors outside in natural daylight, and after that, let's compare the colors. So here are both colors in direct comparison. I hope you can see the difference. Now, Shaded Biscuit is usually described as a neutral color leaning cool. I always say it tends to lean a little warm also. I wouldn't call this a really cool color, but this one here, Shaded Ice Latte Macchiato, is definitely a very cool color. It's very ashy. And there are just ashy colors and also a lot of platinum highlights around the face and throughout the whole style. I would say the Shaded Ice Latte Macchiato looks a tiny little bit darker than the Shaded Biscuit. But, you know, with all those highlights, she has a lot of dimension. And I also really love that color. But I would call this a neutral color, leaning a tiny little bit warm, and this one here, definitely a cool color. Now let's have a very short look at the two colors and the color descriptions. Shaded Biscuit has the color code RL1923SS, and I've shown her to you many times. Raquel Welch describes the color as a light ash blonde, evenly blended with cool platinum blonde and a dark root, and that's absolutely accurate. If we have a look at the color codes, the 19 is a light sandy blonde, the 23 is a light ash blonde, and the root color is an 8. They don't give us that number, but I'm pretty sure it's an 8, which is a light chestnut brown. Now, Shaded Ice Latte Macchiato has the color code RL1723SS, and as you can see, there's only one little difference in numbers, the 17, and Raquel Welch describes the color as honey blonde shaded with cool blonde. Okay, I'm not sure if I wrote down that description accurately, but I have no idea where they got the honey blonde from, because honey blonde is, of course, a warm color, and I don't see warm colors here. The 17 is a medium ash blonde, the 23 is a light ash blonde, and the 8, I think the root color is the same, it's also the 8, the light chestnut brown. So this is ash on ash with platinum, which is really cool. Now, I really don't know where they get the honey blonde. I mean, I don't see any warm color in here. I mean, I would see honey blonde in the Shaded Biscuit here because, you know, that streak here, that low light could be a honey blonde. But other than that, in the Shaded Ice Latte Macchiato, I would say these are just very ashy colors and lots of platinum highlights. Nevertheless, I think both colors are absolutely beautiful and I love them both. Okay, that was my review of In Charge. I hope you liked it and it's helpful. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future video. And there's a new one coming out each Friday. Now, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're well. Stay that way, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. And I think every brand has one of the, at least one of them in their portfolio. I never had one that didn't have a bracelet. But I'm sure it would also accommodate. There's this one here that is driving me nuts. And now it's gone. Where were we? Cap. Fit, yes. But it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that, but it wasn't. This is a really cool color, but nevertheless, oh no. I'm wearing shaded Biscuit. Oh God. Now, if you like bobs and maybe a little different bobs, you will probably also like this one here. And maybe also this one here. Or you just watch them both.